So, as we have been discussing about these three elements, the physical existence, the present, and the memory and the imagination. So, what will happen if we can recognize these three elements separately? What will happen if we can understand the functionalities or the mechanisms of mind, memory, and physical body senses, and imagination, thought process, everything. So the one thing that is very sure, that our suffering, our kind of like one kind of compulsive behavior, or anxious, becoming anxious or fearful, this thing will reduce in our mind, and this will give us a little bit of relief. So see why we are trying too much to go deep into the mechanisms of our existence, the physical body. We try to know in every possible way, and for that the medical science doing tremendous, know the body very well, how it is functioning, the different layers of the body physically, different mechanisms, systems, subsystems, how they're working. Medical science defining very well, and can actually manipulate, or can actually work on the physical body, and can uh, help get rid of the different diseases or ailments or disorders. So when the physical body is okay, then also we have problem, then also we are busy with the mind, then also we are busy with our fearfulness or insecurity, our kind of like a fear of missing out, fear of losing something. So these are there within us, and we want to get rid of this thing also. So then human being try to go deep into the mental space. Then people come up with the psychology, come up with other mental things which are related to mind, which are related to thought process, which are related to psychology, how people behave, behavioral studies. So many things happened and happening. People are doing research, people are trying to find out. So why? Because people want little bit of relief. इंसान को थोड़ा सुकून चाहिए, क्योंकि इतना भाग दौड़, इतना एंगेजमेंट, इतना काम, इतना अचीवमेंट इन टर्म्स ऑफ फिजिकल वेल्थ और एसेट्स, उसके बाद भी अगर किसी को सुकून नहीं मिलता, किसी को पीस, हैप्पीनेस, हार्मनी नहीं मिलता, तो it is natural that people will question, then what will fulfill us, what will actually keep us stable, keep us happy, keep us kind of like relieved. So we have to find out, we have to work on this. Again I'm repeating, like the physical body is okay, your home, your all the other requirements are fulfilled, your resources are available with you, no one is going to hurt you, no one is going to actually torture you, no one is making any trouble, but still you are in trouble, still I am in trouble, still all the other peoples are in trouble. What kind of trouble is trouble which we cannot actually even uh, articulate, when we cannot talk about it, because this is not a physical thing, it is kind of a something which is going inside. And most of the cases people do not recognize that, people do not actually consider it is a problem. People always see that when you have everything available, what should be the problem, why do you complain so much. And people actually talk about other people, those who are not having the resources. We usually give this kind of example or argument. You are having everything and you have trouble, and people are not having everything, crying for basic resources, then also they are not complaining, they are trying hard. So there is a difference, it is not kind of like a binary thing. When people are not having resources, they will only run after the resources. When you have resources, where will you go? You will run after what? This is a question. Suppose I have everything. I have this, I have this, I have this, I have this, everything I have, suppose, what I need. If I do not have anything, so I can run after some, resources. But when you have everything, the basic necessary things, then definitely you will go for other things which is not in physical. Why? Because you, in your mind, your memory is playing, your memory is projecting. You are missing something. You are not you are not getting interest. So now the thing is that if we can understand the mind better, if we can understand the physical body better, if we can understand the imagination mechanism better, if we can understand our psychology better, if we can understand ourselves piece by piece, then we can manage ourselves well. And by doing so, we will be in harmony, we'll be in peace, we'll be in a stable condition. Finally, you want stability. Finally, actually, you don't need so much resources. If actually you do not run after the resources, you run after the fulfillment. And you see, this is the way means you need this thing and you run after this, you achieve this, you accumulate, bring home. After getting this, the taste is bitter. Until you get things, very important. Once you get things are not important. You run after another thing. So let's not discuss about it now. Let us again come to the point, because we are going step by step. The last two videos I tried to talk about the fundamental things, the elements that we are going to talk about in the subsequent discussions, subsequent talk. And this talk is, again, it is not for you only. It's a common general brainstorming, you can say, a brainstorming session happening. I'm talking to myself, I'm talking to you, I'm talking to the environment, I'm talking to this planet, the living, non-living organisms, the creatures. Why? Because this is the time that we lose ourselves, we lose a bit, we loosen our structure, our thought process. Let us open up to the environment, let us open up to the system that is happening, system that is working day and night. What is the system? The system is the creation. The system is so many things in the creation, and all are connected, all are doing their duties, all are doing their functions. My body is doing the ultimate functions that I am not aware of. I am very much busy with my memory, but my body is not fully busy with the memory. Body is busy with the environment. Body is busy with the what the five senses are collecting. My mind is busy with keeping this alive. When there is a shortage of food in my body, or energy, lack of energy, my body gives signal to the brain and all the every other systems become active, and like generates thoughts, generate signals that I should consume food. So each and every part of my body and every cell of my body working for my existence, so that I can live. Only in my thought I am busy with the memory. In my thought I am busy with the imagination. Can I get rid of these things? No, because this is the structure of human being. Until if you disconnect from the memory, you cannot live. You will be like your body will be living for a few days, but finally to take care of the mechanism, take care of the body, take care of the food, take care of the required things, you have to function. And for functioning, you need to reach to the food. Now this, if you need to reach to the food, you need this, little bit of memory. So again, I'm coming to the point that the necessity of memory here. Last video we talked about the necessity of memory. So the understanding of mind, body, emotion, imagination, memory, all thoughts, all these things will give me a sense of clarity or sense of understanding or some kind of a realization that I started knowing myself. So this thing will give me some relief, because when we know things, it gives us little bit relief, because it's all about knowing. Na? See, you will eat this food and you will be okay, because about the knowledge, it is about the understanding of the food. You don't eat anything that you don't know. It is, if there is no clarity, you don't eat. There should be some, certain amount of clarity in you about everything. You go to office because you know, if you go there, you will be paid, or the environment will be okay, no one will hurt you, and you will be working, you will get your things return, and you will come back. So now it is about the clarity. When there is a clarity, you can live well. Now with the clarity, we can function, we can go, we can work, we can find our food, everything we actually make arrangements, we actually deal with. Now there is a lack of clarity within us. Like as I said, when the things go beyond the physical and the present, it goes within you. You are not capable of understanding. I am not capable of understanding. What is this thing? These are the mind, and the mind means the memory and the imagination and the creation of thoughts. So, can we manage those two things? Yes, we can manage. The first step of managing, or first step, I will not say manage, I will say awareness about these two things. First step is like you observe, or you try to understand that things beyond physical exist. Things beyond the like the world you perceive, the physical world through your senses. Beyond that, there are something, and you even you experience that. Like you have a mind, you have emotion, everything. So do you know about those structures which exist within you, which is not directly a physical thing, but related to the physical, connected to the physical. Okay, when your physical body is not okay, your mind is not okay, emotion is not okay, everything is affected. So it is connected. These are connected. So how can we know something which is not physical in nature, what we cannot hear, what we cannot taste, what we cannot see? Is kind of like, a thing which is beyond physical. It is there within you, that the memory, you know that there is a memory, but you cannot touch it. You can experience it. So now the thing, we have come to this situation, or this state, that physical things through the senses we experience, and we know these exist, and in the inside also we have some emotion we experience, and we know something exists in other form, other way, and this is a part of a human being. We understand mind a little bit, we understand emotion a little bit, we understand the thoughts being generated a little bit, we understand about the memory because we live on the memory. We know faces, we know people, because these are being stored in our mind. Now we know the imagination, we are imagining something, but now if we are lost in that, then there is a problem. Because if you are lost, if you sink in the memory, if you sink in the imagination, or if you sink in the water, same thing. Like if you can kind of like swim across the ocean, across the river, that is okay. But if you just sink in, then when when you cannot come out of the situation, when you are like overwhelmed with the imagination, overwhelmed with the memory, then suffering. So what is suffering? Suffering is like a fear. Suffering is like uncomfortable. Suffering is insecurity. there is a different set of emotions that are being generated out of this imagination, out of this memory, past and the future. The fear of future and the regret of the past, kind of like something agony, it is from the past, and something which you are fearful of, like this will happen, this will not happen. So the insecurity about the future and the something you did not achieve in the past, how can you get rid of this thing? So now do not think about the getting rid of this thing, but first you try to know that this thing exists in this way. So we discussed about memory, we discussed about imagination, mind, thought, everything. Now this, kind of like unpleasant emotions, which is also a reality created out of this memory and imagination. So we engage ourselves there. So now if we can reduce this number of these elements from our mind, then we'll be a little bit okay, because we don't need unpleasant emotion, we don't need unpleasant thinking, unpleasant imagination, which keeps us in a very bad situation or suffering. So the third video, this video is about knowing the internal structure, how giving time to ourselves, we always call me time or something. So let us give time to ourselves. It's not a right, it's not something it's not about other world reference, everything. It is about you are trying to sit quietly and you try to know yourself, what is going on. Because if you are managed, if you are stable, then you can function tomorrow. If you are overwhelmed with the bad feeling or fear, then you cannot function well. So for functioning well, you need to be in stable mode. So how you just give time to yourself? It means you sit quiet, you be silent sometime for half an hour, 1 hour, you sit somewhere. This thing is very necessary. All the time you are engaged with people, engaged with the environment, engaged with other objects, engaged with everything, every work or entertainment, media, TV. So it means what? You are gathering so much of information. You are not letting your body digest all the information collecting every day or whole day. So it is very important that we give time to our body, mind, our brain, our thought process, little bit time for cooling down. So this this period is required. So when should you give time? Like when you come back from work or in the morning. Two options you have. When you come back from office, you spend 1 hour with yourself. It means alone, you sit somewhere and just sit, do not do anything. It's not about doing some practices, just sit somewhere and relax yourself, uh, drink some water, warm water, and spend some time with you. And no need to do any conclusion, just observe yourself, just observe what is going on inside, uh, what is why they are happening. Then again, don't expect anything like good will happen or something. Again, you do your work. Again, tomorrow you come from office and again you give some time. So this will definitely help you. This will definitely help us. So with this, I'm concluding this video here. We'll again continue discussing this inner journey, and maybe maybe this will bring a little bit of clarity in you and me. As I said, this discussion is not something that I'm narrating to you. It is I thought of recording my my understanding or my experience, uh, because every one of us actually try to express to other. So this is one way of expressing, because these again on this side I am here. I also want to live a life where it is where there is a meaning to it. There is a like something meaningful doing I'm doing, and like improving life, improving the understanding, clarity, everything. It is not I am expert of that. It is again a journey experiment going on. So just I'm sharing my uh, thoughts and emotions in front of you, or understanding, or what I think is important. So thank you for watching. Thank you.